What's up, everybody? It is McGow, man. It is McGow of McGow Rides, and I'm gonna take advantage of this. And I'm here today to talk about something that I initially didn't think I was gonna talk about, but after it was brought up, and after my man Super B said, you know what, you should do it. Once again, now I gotta do it. So I was supposed to make a turn right there instead of going straight. But so the topic is, the topic is me rapping. I used to rap back in the day. There's a golf thing over there. I used to rap back in the day. I actually made a tape, not a CD, not a mixtape. You know, nowadays this is before mixtapes, I guess. And I made a tape. I had you know, the sleeve that goes in the tape. It had art on it. You know, all that. I had a bunch of tracks, but I put it on a 90-minute tape, and the thing wasn't 90 minutes. You know, most albums aren't even close to 90 minutes, so it's kind of a waste of a tape. But, you know, I did it. So I said that in the video, and Super B, every time I bring something up, he's like, you should make a video of that. I want to hear about it. You should make a video of it. So, yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. This is that video. So I used to rap. I did it in high school. I started off, I tried to get in this group of 2 friends. It didn't happen. I initially was biting because I stole some lyrics from my brother. I'm not proud of that. But I used those lyrics to get in that first song. And it was kind of cool. And so I following people because they got like, so I used that to get on that song, right? My 2 friends left for like the summer or something like that. Came back, and one of the friends' older brothers came back with him, and then I found out that they like shown up. He made a diss track about me. Out of nowhere. I don't even know if I talked about this yet, but yeah, he made a diss track about me, and it was kind of like, what the hell is going on here? Because like, I wasn't talking about him, you know. I was minding my business. Ah, shoot. I'll make this right. Yeah, so I'm like, I'm confused. First off, with friends, or at least somewhat friends, me and the dude. And then, in the track, I wasn't like dissing anybody. You know? So I don't understand. So, you know, he makes the track, this is me. And I like sit out the game for a minute. But then I get back in, I start writing again. And the stuff I'm writing, okay, let's keep in mind that I wrote a little bit when I was younger, but it was nothing. I was in elementary school. So I write again, and this stuff is like, I mean, to me, it's like, oh, this is cool. I'm doing my thing. I'm writing stuff. Yay. But, you know, in the grand scheme of things, especially when I look at it myself, you know, and I hear some of this stuff, it's like, yo, what the hell was you thinking? You know? So basically, at the end of the day, the lyrics is whack as hell. Okay? But I'm like, I'm hopping on the tracks with them. I don't know how they felt about it, but they didn't really let me on like that anyway. So then I hit, because I started writing for my own stuff, because my friend, he made his own tape, I think, by that point. So I'm like, yeah, I want to do the same thing. I want to make my own tape. So I started writing my own lyrics for my own finally I started, you know, using my own voice. It's coming out whack, but it's my own voice, you know. So, oh man, I should have took that address. So I started writing, and it's coming out whack, but nobody's saying anything. But it's for my own tape, so you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I get some of them to hop on it, you know, or actually just my main friend to hop on it, and it's all good. Restaurants at the lake. The lake over there. So I think it gets to. I think I put out the album when I was in 11th grade. So I think when this is going on, it's like 10th grade or something like that. And I hit this point. It's called writer's block. So I hit this writer's block moment, and I cannot, for the life of me. I'm listening to all these different beats. My friend is like making beats. He's not making beats as in Fruity Loops making beats or anything like that, or Pro Tools or Logic or anything. I think Logic is one. He's making beats by. This is old school guys, so you know, you young kids, you don't understand this, but you used to be able to listen to stuff on the radio. There's a thing called the radio, and we would listen to it, and there'd be like DJ moments. You know, they would be putting out new music and all that, and you would have to catch a song where it was a section of an instrumental, no talking or nothing. He would catch that section of an instrumental, either be on the radio or through like a CD or something like that. He would catch the stuff on the radio, and then he would capture that little section, and then he would loop the section over and over again. He's pretty good at it. Lots of times you couldn't tell, yeah, like you couldn't hear the break where the loop is starting. So it was really good for our age and all that stuff. So he does that. He makes the loops and all that. And so I'm like listening to all these beats he's made off these loops, and I cannot think of, because you know, at least when I first started, well actually it's like all the time now, it's like coming out, the first thing you're gonna say is like, to me, like the most important thing. I don't know how rappers feel nowadays, like if you've been in the game for 10 years or something like that, but for me, it's important to come up with the first word, the first like sentence or whatever, and you get the first rhyme off, and then that rhyme leads to the next rhyme, because that's the rhyme that pops in your head, and then that leads to the next rhyme, blah blah blah. So I'm like struggling to come up with something, and also I don't want to be as whack as I've been so far, so I like scrap most of my songs and all that stuff. So I'm like out of the game for like a year. I'm like out of the game for like, no, not like a year, but like from that 10th grade all the way up until like the 10th grade summer or something like that. I'm out. Like I can't come up with nothing. Nothing sounds cool, and I'm just like, yo, this ain't working. And during that time period, my friend's like, yo, come on, I'll make this track, you know, you hop on it, blah blah blah. None of that stuff working. And then I think when I finally like got out of it, I was listening to, this is back in the day, remember, they used to put out WWF's music, the instrumentals for people coming out, and I think it was Triple H, or it was somebody, and the song was called maybe it was Kane, but it was like Be Ready, and it's like a whisper, and it was like, the beat was cool, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use this. And I sat in this room while they was making stuff, and I just kept listening to the beat over and over again, and I finally started writing, and that was the first song I wrote, was Be Ready. And that's what broke it broke my writer's block. But not only did it break my writer's block, but by the time I made that song, I was let's say I was 200 times better than what I was initially. The problem is, looking back at it now, it still wasn't that great, but it was a whole lot better than the initial one. Give me a head nod. Up. There you go.